Hey y'all, it's Philly Pre, and I'm back again. Y'all probably say she's starting this video off laughing because y'all don't even understand. Yes, sir. If y'all watched this, y'all do understand, and if you didn't watch it, good thing you will understand. So we only got one episode this week. Saturday's episode. We not get an episode on Sunday. They saying that episode is August the 1st. I'm assuming, because I didn't double check it, I didn't look, so don't be coming for me talking about some. No, that's not why. I'm assuming, because I did not check, that it could possibly be because of the Olympics, and then also Korea is now under like a level 4 for COVID. So, maybe production is like, moving a little slower. They're being more precautious, and also the Olympics, so may have something to do with it. With all that being said, episode 13. We only got one, so I'm reviewing it fresh off the press. Just literally stopped this episode. First of all, I was hollering because this episode had me laughing towards the end. And you know what? Probably because I was just tickling my own self, but it was funny. Okay, so first of all, it starts off with Pyoung and her mother-in-law on a golf course, and she runs into Mr. CEO, the engineer, whatever, his brother, lotta. Of course, her little daggone trollop of a mother-in-law. She always, as soon as she sees something young and hot, like, hi, oh, well, they're handsome. But I said, oh, child, she a different type of cougar. I mean, I consider myself to be a little bit of a cougar, but she a crazy cougar. She the kind that kills people and wants to sleep with her son or whatever. So definitely not that type. But in any event, I digress. Let me get back. So Young out of nowhere, after they like get ready to go their separate ways, goes, and director or whatever she calls him, by the way, I'm divorced. And he was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, ooh, Young, yes. She putting it out there. Mother-in-law was like, well, I'm saying you didn't really have to say anything. She was like, well, people gonna find out anyway. So I'm happy for her because she stuck her guns in episode 12. We already discussed that. You already know. And she getting her divorce. And thank you. But then, she like hanging out or whatever. She went out to drink with the three girls, and it was nice because I feel like they all really came clean with what they was feeling. The older, the writer, I was just like, don't tell Pyoung to get back with him. But I understand that's like, I guess that's call herself being an older Unni and doing a good job and whatever. But Haedong was like, don't get back with him, and I was with her like, and no, and don't. Because that's not what we do. He deserves whatever he gets. Okay, now, did y'all see that horse scene? We all know that was Ami's father, the herbal doctor, who was riding that daggone horse like a fool at the equestrian place. And I'm just like, why was he riding a horse like that? And then you don't know what happened, but he totally got thrown off the horse or something. So who knows what's going to happen with that? That's going to be a whole nother situation. And I don't know where that storyline is going to lead, but we'll see. Okay. So, did Haedong go to her in-laws and say she was getting a divorce? Drop the phone, jaw on the floor. I was like, did she just agree to a divorce? What is going on? Are you serious? Ooh. And she, when she gave her reason, and I'm like, that don't even sound like a reason she would give him a divorce, but it's something else. I don't know what. And I'm thinking to myself, did she get with somebody already? It's something. It's some kind of underlying reason. I couldn't put my finger on it until, of course, his parents was happy. He pretended not to be happy, but let's be honest, he was happy. He couldn't wait to go see his baby mom. He apparently was trying to do good, though, and staying away from her or whatever. But, and I know I'm the odd man out here, and there's probably only like maybe one other person who agrees with me in the world. But I honestly want him with his baby mother. You could come for me in the comments. I'm just saying, and I say that jokingly, y'all know. But I know everybody has a different opinion, but I truly respect what everybody else feels and thinks, and that's okay. And it's okay if we don't feel the same way. It's all right. It's room for everybody to feel how they feel. But that part, I was kind of like, yeah, I really just felt like Haedong needed to go on, and I mean, y'all not happy. Y'all not, it's no love, it's no nothing. Just let it go. Sometimes you got to let it go. And I felt like that's what that was. Like, She got to just let it go. So I'm actually low key like excited and happy about that, just like he was and his parents was. I know it's the unpopular opinion, but it's mine, and yeah, that's where I'm at. Okay, now can we talk? Who child? This army chick. Somebody said in the comments on the last video. Wait a minute, hold up. I don't quote me because I don't remember who said it. But they commented, it was like, was it? I forget where the comment was. It was either on my TikTok or on YouTube. I don't remember. Can't remember. But somebody was like, yo, she's straight, like, Ami is straight crazy, like, Bull the Bunny, Fatal Attraction crazy. First of all, I thought it was hilarious, the reference. And I was like, yo, I'm feeling this. I'm using this. Oh, my God, you hit the nail on it. Because she crazy. She about to go do some off-the-wall stuff. And she's starting already. Because when she called Pyoung, she want to talk. Why do mistresses always want to come and talk to the wife once the wife, like, it's like you can have them? Why do they always want to talk? What is, I don't, I've never been a mistress, so I don't know what that's like, but what is this whole thing where you need to talk to the wife, or you want to, like, kind of be her friend? I don't want to be your friend. Now, if I was married to a man and we divorced amicably just because we decided to go our separate ways and he gets remarried, I can see then, oh, hey, that's your wife. I'm not saying we would be besties, but I would, hey, I don't want him anymore. I went on with my life. He went on with his. But if we were married and you cheated, and this is the woman who you were sleeping with and cheating on while you were married to me and her can't be friends. But anyway, so she meets her, and I'm listening to Ami, and she's like, well, is it okay if I move in? Did you really? She said, I was with Pyoung. She was like, you could have texted me this. We didn't even have to meet for this. She was like, I'm done. She was like, are you sure it's over or you won't want him back? Are you sure you won't? It's almost like pouring salt in this woman's wounds to meet her, to ask her, is it okay if you move into her former home with her former husband who you've been sleeping with anyway, and making sure basically that she's not going to want him back or stop the divorce. She was lucky Pyoung didn't take that water and throw it in her face, because I was ready to throw it in her face. I'm not going to front. I'm going to keep it all the way 100. I was waiting. Girl, then when the coffee came, I was like, well, or if you don't want to do the water, throw the coffee. That noise is annoying me, but my mother done left her phone and keeps dinging. Guess somebody texting her. Anyway. So, but I love when Pyoung cut it short. But then when G.I. called, and she was like, oh, I would love to meet G.I. Pyoung said, don't cross the line. And I was like, girl, have several seats. You getting ahead of yourself. But this is when I think this is when I just start, like, laughing, y'all. Like, so she was like, oh, you didn't know that, like, his stepmother was, like, his first love. And she was like, oh, I can tell by the look on your face that you know. But I'm like, I feel like even if she didn't know, she's had some signs. She saw how his relationship was with her. But Pyoung and the mother-in-law was, like, hanging out and this and that and da-da-da-da. But when she told her, Pyoung, I think I'm going to go stay with him. He's not really eating. He's getting thin. He's eating but ramen noodles and drinking and da-da-da. But I'm saying, oh, I can't wait. Because you and I'm either going to show up at the same time. And this is where it gets funny. When I tell y'all, first of all, Ami rolled up in there. He looks like a corpse. He looks like he's just, like, going through the motions. He could care less. Then when the mother showed up, and she was like, why is she here? And then when she was looking for her, and she was in their bedroom unpacking instead of, she was like, excuse me, I'm still getting over this cold, but I'm feeling much better. Still got a little cough though. When she was like, why would I sleep in Gia's room? Like, no, I mean, me and Oppa we'll be husband and wife soon, we'll be married. He looks like a bump on a log, and the mother's all like, what? And he's just like, whatever. He's looking at both of them like, he's like, how about I go to the other house then? Y'all both stay here together. And she was like, the house has been sold. Da-da-da. She mad. But again, I find her being mad absolutely hilarious. Her and Ami in this house together is about to get funny. Did she tell Ami to cook or wash lettuce or cut carrots, cucumbers? Did she leave and go roam in the neighborhood and go find a cake? The laughed. Listen, y'all, I was hollering to out loud. I was like, I'm living for this scene. And he's sitting there looking like I said, a bump on the log. Okay, but what happened to Dr. Bay? Dr. Bay looked a mess because Dr. Dog then lost it all. And that cake that he was eating at Ami Board, that's what you wanted. Remember, you wanted your cake and you wanted to eat it too. That's why Ami went and got you a cake. Hope it's delicious. But anyway, it didn't seem like the mother enjoyed it because she barely took a bite and threw her fork and left the room. So, yeah. And then I'm like, oh, I got a surprise. Oh, we never took a bubble bath together. We never this. I'm saying, this. But even when Ami told the wife, like, we never got to have a night together. We never, and I'm saying, is she really yes. And at this point, the divorce papers, the ink isn't dry yet, and it's not official. It's their cooling period or whatever, like Pyoung has said. But why would she want to know this from you? Like, why? She just irks my soul. So I'm laughing at that whole scenario with him, Ami, and the mother living together. That's about to be a barrel of laughs because the mother-in-law thinks she's going to show her, and Ami crazy. So I don't know. You think you're going to show her, but she might just show you. When she got on the floor and started crying, and she's not well. So let's see. It's about to be the two crazies against each other. And then she called Pyoung. Ami calls Pyoung to say, didn't you say I could stay? The mother snatches the phone. Pyoung was like, that's for him to figure out. And I'm with her. What do you want me to do? He already hurt me, destroyed me. I'm trying to get my life back. What? Then what is up with the dead ghost? He in pools, touching people. He eating people's cakes in bakeries. I don't really know what they trying to do with that storyline, but they can miss me with it because it's a little weird and creepy, and I don't really need it, but maybe it'll mean something later. I don't know. And then, excuse me. Wait, tag. Oh, I lost my thought. I hate when that happens. So it was him with the bakery. Then I was going to say something about Pyoung. Oh, did the aunt call her and say she getting married to a Filipino who's 20 years younger than her? And all he can say in Korean is, Sarang hae? And Pyoung is like, be careful. She's like, oh, your mother always stopped me too. That's why I can never do it. Da-da-da-da. Ma'am, they trying to warn you. They trying to help you. Did you see that scenario? Is he really marrying her for love? Not really sure where they're going with that part of the storyline. But it is what it is. We'll see what happens. And so, if they do that, I don't know. Maybe I don't even know if that marriage is going to happen. And she's like asking her to like come through. Like, would you come here for the wedding? I'm saying. But I thought it was really cute when G.I. like was talking to her mom while her mom was taking a bubble bath. And it was so nice to see Pyoung being the one relaxing and taking a bubble bath. But you know what irked me at the end? Dr. Dog, he acting like he moping around and everybody's like, oh, he's losing weight and oh, he's this and that. But he looked mighty happy when he hugged and was hugging up with Ami in that tub. Is he really, maybe he just playing a part because, he should look like he's sad and he should look like he's not caring. Because in that moment, I was like, he look all right to me. Now, I thought it was cute when the lawyer, can't think of his name, and then his baby mom, they went like shopping and stuff. And I know, again, everybody might not be happy about that, but I was happy. And I was all there for it. But I will say when Hae-dong finally called her parents in Canada to tell them she was getting a divorce and she told the real reason, I was like, I knew it wasn't about what she said at the movie theater. But at the end of the day, one, she didn't really want kids in the beginning. She didn't, let's be honest. But then when she said she was going to try to have kids or do whatever because, he really wanted them, and then she found out the girl was pregnant, whatever. But now, like, she has problems with her uterus and she can't have them. So maybe she just realized, you know what? He can have what he wants with somebody who's already pregnant and make a family. I never really wanted the kids anyway, and now it is an issue. Let me just cut my losses and go on with my life. I personally think it was a good decision. I think she made the best decision for her. She's a pretty girl. She's still kind of young. She can pull people. She'll be fine. Pretty sure she'll bounce back. And she didn't play no games with what she wanted for her alimony. Because for her getting that, where he was like, only like high-end celebrities lived there. Her parents, her dad was like, if she wanted, when she signed a divorce paper, she could get it. So I think compensation-wise, she gonna be all right. And she loves the high life. And literally, they're putting her up in like apparently one of the top places to live and covering the fees and stuff anyway. Because she was like, I don't really have a savings. And I'm saying to myself, I know they know that you really lying. Because even her father-in-law was like, she's just saying that. She's just making sure she get alimony. And I'm like, yeah, because, girl, you got money. I'm not buying that at all. But anyway, long story short, because this was a longer review than it needed to be for one episode. But I just needed to cover everything since it was only one episode. How did y'all feel? What was y'all thinking? Are y'all ready for episode 14? Because I am, because I was filling the previews. I'm still trying to figure out what's going to happen with Pyoung and the engineer. Do y'all think? I know a lot of people in the beginning kept saying in the comments, and I used to be like, no. Because I really did want the engineer to get with the writer. Just because I feel like she did. I'm not saying Pyoung doesn't deserve it. But because she's so homely, I want her to have this, like, makeover transformation and be with the engineer with his sharp self and just start living this new life. Pyoung has, she's already sharp and she's this, and I feel like she can pull anybody because she keeps herself together. So it makes sense for her and the director maybe to kind of hit off, but they've been kind of putting them together in certain scenes, so we'll see what happens. And even like the writer said, she was like, y'all stand a better chance, my age and this and that. But I need her to have a happy ending. I'm sorry. And you know what? Being with your kids is beautiful. But I need her to have an ending where she sticks it to him and he really feels it. And I was with her daughter when her daughter asked her, Mom, you're so soft-hearted and you're so this and that. If it didn't work out with him and God Ben, I think, or whatever her name is, would you take him back? That was a valid question because her mother is so soft-hearted that I was like, yeah, I want to know the answer to that too. But she said she wouldn't. I pray that that's what she means. And she don't take him back because he deserves to suffer and wallow in misery if he don't get married to the other one and feel whatever he feels, because I have no remorse for him whatsoever. But I feel like I covered everything. If I didn't, I'm sorry. So this is for episode 13. Can't wait to review episode 14 next week. Sorry we gotta wait a week and only got one episode, but 'tis life. Until next time, guys.